Hi everyone, it's Carolyn. Today we are going to be talking about a couple different things. First off, I want to just give a couple updates about my channel. So, as you know, in my first video, if you watched it, I did a fitness, nutrition, and like stress management tag. So, originally I thought the main focus of this channel was going to be those things I just said, fitness, nutrition, like well-being type stuff. But, I don't know, thinking about it more, I feel like I want to do makeup stuff too and fashion, like makeup tutorials and whatever. So I was thinking I would do sort of like a switch off type thing. I haven't exactly decided because my schedule is kind of busy and I don't know exactly when I'll be able to upload videos, but I'm thinking I'll sort of switch off between doing like a fitness nutrition video and then the next time I upload it will be like a beauty and fashion video. So we'll see how it works and I'll work it out like what the exact kind of schedule would be. But so anyway, on to the main focus of this video, we are going to be talking about sugar. So I know you always hear that sugar is really bad for you, which it is if you eat too much of it. Sugar in moderation is fine, just like anything else. In moderation, it's usually okay. But a lot of people have way too much sugar in their diet, and a lot of people don't even realize it. I still have too much sugar in my diet, and I'm doing my best to reduce it, but I've actually come a long way in the past couple years of reducing the amount that I eat. So, why is sugar so bad for you? Well, high sugar diets have been linked to all sorts of horrible health diseases and health things. So first of all, it has been definitely linked to diabetes, obesity, heart disease. Those are pretty much the three main ones that if you have a high sugar diet, you are way more likely to be obese, diabetic, and develop heart disease at some point in your life. Of course, these things mostly pertain to adults, middle-aged adults especially. However, if you have been paying attention to anything that Michelle Obama has been doing, like this is one of the most obese generations of children out there, and a lot of, or not out there, but in history, and a lot of that has to do with how much sugar is in kids' diets. So starting out a healthy diet when you're young can really set you up for being a healthy adult in the future. So some other just kind of more short-term effects of eating a very high sugar diet is that throughout the day you're not going to have as much energy. I mean, contrary to what you would think with sugar, which kind of like peps you up, you're not going to have as much energy because that pepped up feeling, that energy, it doesn't last. And you end up actually having a crash similar to a caffeine crash. So if you want more information about why sugar is so bad for you, definitely leave a comment below and I can do a whole other video talking about that. But today we are mostly going to be talking about ways that you can reduce the amount of sugar in your diet, assuming that you already know that you want to. So, a lot of people, there's like kind of two main things that will really just cut out sugar from your diet really, really well. And those are to cutting out packaged foods, so eating all like fresh foods and like homemade stuff, so no more packaged snacks, and switching completely to whole grains. No more refined carbs, but just brown rice, whole grain, wheat, quinoa, all those good whole grains. However, for a lot of people, making that switch is kind of a big deal because their diet is nothing like that. So here are a few tips from me of how you can reduce the amount of sugar that you eat in a given day without completely changing your entire diet. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to try to beat the sugar cravings that you get. One of the awful things about sugar is that when you eat it, it tricks your body into wanting to eat more of it. So that's where the cravings come from. So one of the things that I have found, especially in the past couple weeks, is that drinking water throughout the day really eliminates those cravings. Because a lot of times when you feel hungry, you're not actually as hungry as you think. You might just be thirsty. And so a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm so hungry. They go and eat something packaged full of sugar. And when they really, all their body needs is water. And then that just kind of sends them into a spiral where they keep eating more and more sugar throughout the day. A couple weeks ago, I got one of those water bottles. I think a lot of people in my school have the Camelback version. This one's called, I don't have one up here, but it's Contigo brand. I got it at Costco. It was like 3 for $15. And I've been carrying those around school, or one of them around school every day. And I have noticed such a difference. I don't get hungry as often. I feel like I have more energy because I'm more hydrated. I mean, it's also helped me with my skin. It's been awesome. And one thing is that I also have been a lot less tempted to go buy cookies in the cafeteria or go to the vending machines and buy like Rice Krispie treats and like fruit snacks and stuff. Just those sweet things that I usually crave. When I'm drinking water throughout the day, I don't crave them as much anymore. So I can have my lunch and that's all I need. So drinking water can really help reduce the cravings that drive you to eat the sugary foods. Another thing you can do if you do have a craving is to eat foods that have a little bit of sugar and in it, just a little bit, to satisfy that craving, but also has protein and fats to keep you full and to keep the sugar from making you feel hungry again later. So some things that are really good is fruit, because it has the sweetness and the sugars in it, but it also has, especially like apples and stuff, have a lot of fiber that will keep you satisfied and keep you from wanting to maybe go buy those like processed sugary foods. Also, nuts are really good. Maybe like have a trail mix that maybe has some like craisins, some nuts, and some like dark chocolate, so you have that sweetness again, but then also in the nuts you have the protein and the fat to hold you over, similar to the fiber in the fruit. So those are two ways to reduce cravings: drink water and eat foods with a little bit of sugar, but also protein, fiber, and fat to hold you over. The second thing that you can do that will really, really help you to reduce the sugar that you ingest throughout the day is to just read the labels of the foods that you're eating. One thing that really gets people is what they eat for breakfast. Breakfast cereals are so packed with sugar. So the next time you're grocery shopping and you're about to pick up the cereal that you usually buy, check out the ingredients. See how much sugar is in it. You want to, this is a pretty realistic goal actually, you want to go for cereals that have less than 10 grams of sugar per serving. The lower you can get, the better, but anything over 10 you just want to stay away from, because that is so much sugar. Also, you want to go for cereals that have fiber in it. So if there's something that maybe has like 8 grams of sugar and 3 grams of fiber, that's a pretty decent breakfast cereal option. So maybe you pick up your cereal and you realize, oh man, this has no fiber and it has 12 grams of sugar per serving. Go look around at the other cereals. See if there's something that something else that you might like that maybe has less sugar and more fiber in it. And so breakfast cereal is just one example. Cereal is just one example of that. You can do this for any food that you buy. Read the label, see how much sugar is in it. If you think that is too much, or even if you're just curious, go look at the other brands that they have there, the other options that you would have. Like bread, a lot of times has a lot of sugar in it, but different brands have more sugar than others. And just little by little, if you can get that brand that has just 2 grams less of sugar, that's going to reduce how much sugar you eat during the day. So those are my 2 tips, and of course, while you do those, do your best to just limit the packaged foods that you eat, because they sneak sugar into everything. Even stuff that's salty. It's like chips have sugar in them. Everything has sugar in it. Everything, even if it's not a sweet food. So anything packaged has sugar because it makes it taste better. So just as you're doing these easier things, work your way towards the big changes by reducing just like getting rid of one packaged food here, one there, by maybe switching to just whole wheat bread and then brown rice. And so just do what you can. But so those are my tips on how to reduce sugar from your diet, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.